You're a culture medicine tree, and you're a Cherokee elder. I met you in a wilderness gathering years ago, and there you was conducting a pipe ceremony, and it was really tremendous for me. It was a healing what I was able to experience. And after the years, we kept in touch, and you gave me my spiritual name and my Cherokee name. And you also told me about the sacred pipe, and you held for 6 years ago a workshop about the sacred pipe. And now you're back again, and I'm really glad that you're back again in my school and did a lot of workshops. But my important question is, we just wanted to do ceremonies for wilderness school leaders. What are you going to teach, and why it is important for wilderness school teachers to attend and to have this knowledge?
What I teach is called How to Conduct Effective or Powerful Ceremonies. And there's lots of ceremonies that are conducted, and there's nothing wrong with them, but they don't produce tangible results. True Native American ceremonies are totally involved with nature. We interact with nature, nature interacts with us. One of the strongest confirmations we can get that our ceremony was done properly is to have something happen from nature, either in the sky or a bird. Something very unusual happens. I had a situation where a hawk flew over the gathering of people at the ceremony, and a guy looked up and said, "Oh, look, it's a hawk, it's a sign." I said, "No, it's not, it's just a hawk, it's just doing something normal." I said, "No, if a hawk flew out of that tree over there down into our circle, then that would be a sign." As soon as I said that, a Cooper's hawk came out of the tree and went right down through our circle. So when a ceremony is conducted properly, a Native American ceremony, we get an interaction with nature, and we get results for what we're praying about, whether it's an intervention in the weather, a drought, or a forest fire. The ceremonies have an amazing power to them because they're conducted in harmony with the cycles of nature. And what I have been doing is trying to teach people the basic principles of how to conduct a powerful ceremony, one that actually has really tangible results. And I've had good success with that. So what I try to point to people is it's not me or even the pipe that I use, but it's this attitude that I have, and that anybody else can learn these things. When I think of the instructors from the wilderness schools, they're in a perfect position to conduct ceremonies for their students that are powerful and effective and, like you said, life-changing. It can really amazingly alter the direction of your life. So I want to teach the other teachers how to do that. And that's the first thing I'm coming to teach.
Great. And what would be the second subject you would like to teach in the wilderness, for the wilderness leaders?
There's an experience that I have been sharing, and it's called deep peace. Now, obviously, all of us would like to see more peace in the world, more peaceful living. And the Cherokee have a word called tohidu, and it doesn't just mean peace. Some say it means full peace, but it actually translates into prosperous peace. And that's what I would like to see spreading around the world. If I have an influence on people, that's what I'd like to leave behind, is prosperous peace. An inner peace that affects their life personally, but then starts to spread out amongst the people that they're associating with and giving them that peace as well. And I've developed a series of steps, of techniques that I can take someone, a student, through in a very short period of time and induce a very peaceful experience within not just their mind, but the physiology of their body. It actually slows the nervous system down to a slow rate and gives the entire physiology, the physical part of the body, the mental part of the brain, and the spiritual or mystical part a really deep peace, and that's why I call it deep peace. When you're in that place, it's very easy for us to remember something that I call the original language, which is a way to communicate with nature, with what we would call the spiritual realm, with others, from a level of purity that isn't influenced by the logical mind interrupting it. So I would like to share this experience and show people how to do it for others with the Wilderness School instructors, because I feel they have the perfect audience to work with, because people that are learning and yearning to be in touch with nature, finding their place in the circle of life, naturally are people who want peace. And this peace then can spread through experience from person to person to person.
Well, this would be great, because we have so many students in these classes, and perhaps it will be world-changing, like you say. And you just hold a workshop or 2 workshops about different themes, and one workshop was for craniosacral therapy, and there you showed like what it is to be in this inner peace. Would you just explain a bit about this workshop?
Yeah, it's a cranial-based therapy, or osteopathic-based therapy. It's a hands-on therapy where we put different pressures on different parts of the body. And when we apply these gentle pressures to different parts of the body, the physiology, the physical body, reacts by relaxing and reducing stress and relieving restrictions in various aspects of the physical being. When we get to this place that is very calm physically, our mind calms as well, and as well as the mystical part of the human being calms. So from this place of deep calm, deep peace, induced by physical touch in certain spots, a little bit of pressure, we can open up literally the activity of the pineal gland, which is right in the middle of the brain. And the pineal gland has been shown recently to be basically what the mystics called the doorway to the next dimension, the next experience, the above normal human experience, supernormal. A lot of people have studied for years and years and tried different ways to become an awakened mystic, and have had success with it. But what I've discovered through my work with the therapeutic effects of cranial osteopathy is that we can quickly bring somebody into that state and then introduce them through the stimulation of the pineal gland to a sensitivity of realms that we normally are not aware of. It's where all the true, authentic mystics could get their information of what's going to happen in the future, what's, predicting the future. So it's a class, workshop that's designed to quickly, in a couple days, bring people into the understanding of that, the practical practice of it, and the application, so that they're able to then use this with other people and pass it on.
Oh, this is great. So, just for your information, I invited Jim for next year doing some different classes, like teaching the leaders of Wilderness School in this ceremony and DPs and original language, or also for every person who is interested in. We will have 2 kind of classes here in Germany, one for the Ethiopathic persons and one for everybody who wants to get known to ceremonies and get known to the wilderness things and to the original language, in having this deep peace ongoing. Thanks, Jim, and I'm really looking forward to have you next year here.